What should you do if someone rings your doorbell while driving a military tank? Listen to me. Don't panic, don't fight back. Just run. Today, let's talk about a real-life case that even GTA paid tribute to. On May 17, 1995, a retired tank battalion veteran from Florida, Sean Nelson, suffered a major emotional blow. In a moment of madness, he drove his pickup truck to the National Guard Armory. Taking advantage of the military's poor security at the time, he managed to slip through a small gap in the door and into the tank garage. After failing to start 2 tanks, he successfully fired up a third, an M60 tank. His first stop? His ex-girlfriend's house. He parked outside and fired a shell straight at her front door. After that, he completely let loose, rampaging through the streets of San Diego. Dispatch immediately called for every available officer to stop him. But when the police arrived, they were dumbfounded. This thing had more armor than their own car doors. What followed was a surreal scene. Sean bulldozing through the streets in his tank, with a whole fleet of tiny police cars struggling to keep up. He eventually made his way onto Interstate 8, and at nearly 60 tons, nothing could stand in his way. He crushed over 40 vehicles, smashed through utility poles, and plowed down traffic lights. As he reached a highway intersection, he came up with a wild idea, ramming into a pedestrian bridge to block off the police behind him. But whoever built that bridge clearly did a good job, because even after multiple hits, it refused to budge. Frustrated, Sean gave up and reversed the tank straight onto the freeway's main lanes. At one point, police and military officials even considered stopping him with an F-16 fighter jet or RPGs, but scrapped the idea due to potential casualties and weapon losses. Just as officers were running out of options, Sean attempted a daring bridge jump. However, the tank was simply too heavy. He ended up driving onto the highway shoulder and got completely stuck. The police immediately swarmed in, pried open the hatch, and finally put an end to this historic chase. In the aftermath, over 100 cars were damaged, 20 power poles and 18 streetlights were destroyed, and 500 households lost electricity. The total estimated damage? A staggering $3 million.